Who was Davey O'Brien and why is there a quarterback award named after him? That's the subject of our video today. Welcome to Hardcore College Football, where history meets the gridiron. Robert David O'Brien was born on June 22nd, 1917 in Dallas, Texas. He never really knew his father, as his parents divorced when he was a toddler. His mother, Ella Mae Keith O'Brien, appears to have been a well-known socialite. I found references to her as a dramatist and a reader, where she would dramatize and review books and plays at banquets and social parties, things like that. O'Brien played his high school football at Woodrow Wilson High School in Dallas, where he was an all-state selection and led his high school team to the Texas State playoffs in 1932. After high school, O'Brien went to Texas Christian University in Fort Worth in 1935. For the first 2 years, he was a backup for Sammy Baugh. Baugh was known as Slinging Sammy Baugh because of his ability to throw the football. Baugh was a two-time All-American and led the Horned Frogs to 2 bowl game wins, a 3-2 victory over LSU in the 1936 Sugar Bowl, and a 16-6 victory over Marquette in the first annual Cotton Bowl Classic in 1937. Both Baugh and O'Brien played for Coach Leo Robert Dutch Meyer. Meyer was the head football coach at TCU from 1934 to 1952, compiling a record of 109 wins, 79 losses, and 13 ties. Here's a passage about Meyer from The Perfect Pass, American Genius and the Reinvention of Football by S.C. Gwynn, published in 2016. This is the best book I ever found on the history of passing. About Meyer, he says, in the 1930s, Texas Christian University coach Lee Robert Dutch Meyer introduced a spread formation that featured 2 wide receivers, 2 slot receivers, and a substantial amount of passing. Meyer often used his full legal allotment of 5 receivers, a tactic that was virtually unheard of at the time. With his tailback Sammy Baugh slinging mostly short passes from a formation that looked a lot like a modern shotgun, TCU tore through opposing defenses. Though Baugh only passed an average of 15 times a game, completing 7 of them, and the team ran the ball twice as often as it passed, the passing numbers were still radical for the age. Sometimes Meyer would seem to take leave of his senses and let Baugh throw the ball 40 or more times. O'Brien became the starter in 1937. He was 5'7" and weighed 150 pounds, frequently referred to as Little Davey. In his first season as a starter, he was named to the first team all of Southwestern Conference, throwing for 1,457 yards, a Southwest Conference passing record that stood for 10 years. He had only 4 interceptions on 194 attempts, and his NCAA record for most rushing and passing plays in a single season, 400, lasted for years. He also handled the Horned Frogs' punting and place-kicking duties. O'Brien led the Horned Frogs to an undefeated season in 1938 as they outscored their opponents by 269 points to 60. They held 9 of their 10 regular season opponents to 7 points or less, including 3 shutouts. They capped off the season and won the national title by beating Carnegie Tech in the Sugar Bowl 15-7. O'Brien was named to 13 All-American teams and became the first player to win the Heisman and Maxwell Awards in the same year. He also won the Walter Camp Player of the Year award. He was the first Heisman winner from TCU and the Southwest Conference. He was the first quarterback to win the award, although keep in mind the award had only just begun in 1935. About his Heisman Award, we have this piece from TCU Magazine, Spring 2000, in an article entitled A Heisman Life, Remembering Davey O'Brien, 39, by David Van Meter. After the Heisman was announced, Fort Worth Star-Telegram publisher Amon Carter, the school's greatest community ally, phoned the award's benefactor, the Downtown Athletic Club in New York, and asked, What kind of parade you folks planning when Davey comes up? With no ticker tape parade in sight, Carter planned and paid for the next best thing. A troop of mounted and whooping cowboys. A sparkling stagecoach pulled by 6 white horses. Paul Whiteman and his orchestra. And in the carriage, Carter and Davey, both in boots and 10-gallon hats. The NFL recognized O'Brien's abilities despite his small stature. He was selected by the 4th overall pick of the 1939 NFL Draft by the Philadelphia Eagles. Owner Burt Bell gave him $10,000, part of the gate receipts, and a 2-year contract. In his rookie season, O'Brien led the league in passing with 1,324 yards in 11 games, breaking Sammy Baugh's single-season passing record. Unfortunately, the Eagles finished at 1-9-1. In his final game on December 1st, 1940, O'Brien was matched against Baugh and the Washington Redskins. Again from TCU Magazine, spring 2000. The one-on-one shootout never really happened. Washington needed the game to clinch its division title and chose to play a conservative game on the ground. But that didn't stop Davey. Washington led the game 13-0 in the fourth quarter. With little left to lose, O'Brien went solely to the air. The befuddled Redskins watched as the hapless Eagles went 98 yards for a touchdown, all on Davey's arm. One series later, Philadelphia again got the ball in their own 31. Again, Davey marched down the field, throwing whenever possible. The fairy tale ended on Washington's 22-yard line, with the Skins knocking down Davey's final pass. As Davey walked off the field for the final time, he was greeted with applause and ovation from Washington's 30,838 home fans. Davey had thrown 60 passes, completing 33 for 316 yards. In a day of ground-oriented offense, he had set a world record. O'Brien lasted one more season when the Eagles went 1-10, last in the 10-team league. The Eagles offered to pay him more, but he retired in 1940. The day after he retired, he left football to become an agent for the FBI. He served as a field agent in Springfield, Missouri. He later returned to the academy in Quantico, where he became a firearm instructor. He served on the FBI's National Pistol Team because of his marksmanship. He ended his FBI career in the field office of his hometown in Dallas. He resigned from the FBI and then got involved in private industry in land development and in the oil business. He was an advisor to Lamar Hunt during the founding of the American Football League. In 1955, O'Brien was inducted into the National Foundation Football Hall of Fame. A year later, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame honored him. In 1971, O'Brien was diagnosed with cancer and underwent surgery to remove a kidney and part of his right lung, but eventually died from the disease on November 18, 1977. Just a month after his death, the Fort Worth Club presented its first Davey O'Brien Award. For the first 4 years, it was given to the best player in the Southwest. In 1981, the award was changed to be given to the best FBS quarterback in the nation. The Davey O'Brien Award website says its selection committee will evaluate each candidate on the criteria of his quarterback skills and athletic ability, academics, character, reputation as a team player, leadership, and sportsmanship. Today, the trophy, a bronze replica of the man for whom it is named, is annually awarded to that quarterback judged the best in the nation. And that's the story of Davey O'Brien and how he got an award named after him. This is John Johnston with Hardcore College Football History. Thank you.